Hey, what's going on? It's Wednesday, it's hump day. Hopefully, you got enough of humping before you left out today. Hey, it is Wednesday. We're halfway through with April. Can you? April showers. That's why it's raining so damn much. So, hey, this is on Smash Bros Radio. Smash Bros Radio is the only digital award-winning radio station located in Jefferson County, Birmingham. What's up? You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook as well as YouTube. So please, if you have not done so, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. We appreciate you. Also, we have a app. Download the app, and then that way you can take us anywhere you go. So hey, as for me, myself, Oz, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. So again, if you have not liked, follow, share, and subscribe, please do so. Please do so. We appreciate you for doing it. So I got a lot on my plate because we have an increase when it comes to tailgating at the Magic City Classic. And then you have the turmoil that is going on in this college stuff. We just don't know how much racism is a element in our world. We can't help but get away from it. So, but anyway, I digress. So please, on May 4th, join us for a magical cake decorating and floral class, Cake It with Pauline's Mommy and Me brunch. Starts at noon over at the Canvas on Morris, and that's 2335 Morris Avenue, Suite 104. Experience the ultimate Mother's Day treat brought to you by the dynamic duo of Pauline's as well as Christopher Lauren. Don't miss out on this unforgettable event. Reserve your spot now and create special memories with your loved ones. You can go to Pauline's, what is this? Pauline'sHomemade.net. Pauline'sHomemade.net for tickets. Capital PAULINESHOME made.net. So please, this is a way of getting your children involved. It's fun. When kids start learning to cook, you'd be surprised at how much confidence that creates. And then decorating cakes. Oh man, please. So that's May 4th. Mommy and Me brunch. You can contact Pauline'sHomemade.net for tickets. So please come out and help your children out. Please come out and help your children out. We appreciate you. Also, where is it? I done lost it. See, I told you I'm having a bad day. May 18th and 19th, barbershop basketball tournament, 5-on-5 youth and adult competition, live DJ, entertainment, food trucks, pizza party, carnival. Kids are $10, adults are $15 for both days. Contact participating shops for tickets. For more information, call 205-200-9423 at 1600 4th Court West, Birmingham. And now, since I got something, hopefully I can. Oh, wait. Stop the madness. Okay, how do you enlarge this thing, baby? How do you enlarge it? You have main attractions, Barber and Style, MANE attractions, Barber and Style. You have 1011 Honor. You have the shop on 78, and then you have Link Up Cuts and Style. So please get in touch with these businesses. So that's May 18th and 19th, barbershop basketball tournament, 5-on-5 youth and adult competition. They're going to have live DJ, entertainment, food trucks, pizza party, carnival. Kids 10, adults 15. For more information, contact 205-200-9423. So, and then OZZz is a proud sponsor of the second annual Bully Showdown. Where are you? Going to be on November. Oh Lord, where are you? Where are you? See, I'm trying to get technological. So, gotta find a way, Jesus. Find a way, Jesus. Okay. Hold on, folks. We have a technique. There it is, right next to 1888 Bully Kennel presents the Southern Bully Showdown Part 2, November 9th to 2024 at the Bessemer Civic Center, located at 1130 9th Avenue Southwest, Bessemer, Alabama. There are going to be 4 ICBR shows. If you have any questions, I'll contact Dewan at 205-460-6435. OZZz is the proud sponsor of Bully Showdown Part 2. So please come out. Please come out. As I mentioned earlier, if you are wanting to sponsor, if you are wanting to donate, if you are wanting to, if you're a vendor or food truck, please get in touch with Dewan. Please get in touch with Dewan and let him know that I sent you. His number again is 205-460-6435. So please, 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 please support. Please support. They raised the price when it comes to tailgating. And yes, it has been over 20 years. We grant that, but there's a problem with that. That's a problem with that. Donald Watkins was the son of Dr. Levi Watkins, the past president of Alabama State University. And Donald is brilliant. Donald is just brilliant. I know I met Donald when he was while I was a student at State, but also I became more familiar with him because we had to take, before we graduated out of College of Teaching, Teachers College, we had to take a test, and it was a generalized test for teachers, and it covered every area. And there was a lot of controversy because a lot of teachers did not pass, because we were taking the test consisted of biology, art, music, science. And if you weren't of that, if you did not have that area of concentration, I didn't know anything about art. I sure as hell didn't know anything about biology and science. So we sued, or they sued. And then because of Dr. Bliss being my dean, he had called Donald to ask Donald would he mind adding me to the list. And so Donald added me to the list of complainants. And so I give all respect and admiration to Donald, because he is one of the elements that allowed me to get my degree in education. So you need to find, it's donaldwatkins.com, and also he's on LinkedIn. So he has some fantastic articles, and all of this is coming from Donald's site, donaldwatkins.com. And does start that Alabama State and Alabama A&M made it possible for Gene Hallman to get rich by selling inventive sports. Let me see if I can pull it up quickly. For Gene to get rich by selling inventive sports to Tron. Alabama State University and Alabama A&M never saw it coming. They had the Alabama Sports Council, Gene Hallman, and Inventive Sports over a barrel last year while they were negotiating a new 4-year sports management and promotions contract for the Magic City Classic. Historically, the Magic City Classic has been the biggest revenue generator for the Alabama Sports Council, Gene Hallman, and Inventive Sports, formerly known as the Bruno Event Team. Now, while the two participating HBCUs only focus on the pocket change or tip money that Inventive Sports and the city of Birmingham agreed to pay each school to play in the Magic City Classic, G. Hallman and Inventive Sports focus on locking down a new 4-year classic sports management deal. Now, while the two universities that owned the Magic City Classic name, trademark, and related intellectual property rights were showboating with VIP parties and social media postings during the Classic weekend, last October, Gene Hallman was putting his deal together with Tron, which is a Scottsdale, Arizona company that provides golf and club-related leisure and hospitality services. The new Magic City contract made Inventive Sports an attractive acquisition target for Tron. The Classic contract guaranteed Tron 4 years of exorbitant profits from the nation's premier HBCU sports event. Alabama State, ASU, and Alabama A&M, which is A&M, never understood the economic value that their Magic City Classic contracts conferred upon Inventive Sports, Bruno Event Team. Likewise, these universities never understood how badly they were being ripped off. While the patrons of the Magic City Classic busied themselves with tailgating, VIP parties, and cheering for the participating football teams, Gene Hallman was working hard on an acquisition deal that would make him rich, thanks to ASU and Alabama A&M. To this day, neither ASU nor Alabama A&M knows how many millions of dollars Gene Hallman and the Inventive Sports and Bruno's event team made for the Magic City Classic. In past years, neither universities conducted proper audits of Hallman's financial books and records for the Classic events. Neither university understood the sports promotion, management, operations, licensing, merchandising, and accounting business. Neither university was properly represented in their contract negotiations with Alabama Sports Council and Inventive Sports. ASU and Alabama A&M never acted like the owners of the Magic City Classic event. They always assumed the role of beggars, and they got what beggars get, nothing but pocket change or tip money. Alabama State, ASU, and Alabama A&M gorged during the previous 4 years contract with Inventive Sports, formerly known as Bruno Event Team. However, the new 4-year contract announced last October amounts to gorging on steroids. I congratulate Gene Hallman and Inventive Sports. Hallman took the premier HBCU football classic game in America and made a fortune from it. Gene Hallman did what business owners do. Hallman engineered a great business deal that heaped economic values upon Inventive Sports and themselves. Once his deal with ASU and Alabama A&M was signed, Hallman sold Inventive Sports to Tron. Hallman reportedly got big bucks from Tron acquisition of Inventive Sports. Several individuals associated with the Alabama Sports Council reported benefited financially from this transaction as well. And that's another story for another day. The patrons of the Magic City Classic got wonderful memories and great photos of the Classic weekend. Alabama State and Alabama A&M got shafted in every way possible. Basically, they got fucked. Gene Hallman got the money and economic value from the Classic events. Finally, Gene Hallman's power moves and personal enrichment opportunities were not the result of white racism. They were a direct result of willful ignorance on the parts of Alabama State and Alabama A&M. So it's time. It is time. It is past time for A&M and State to make a decision. Do they stay in Birmingham and continue to be ripped off by a businessman? And we can't fault him. We can't fault him. We can't fault him because he's a businessman. And what does business folks do? They acquire stuff and they make contracts that's going to benefit them. So you can't per se blame him for getting rich off of stupidity. So now they have raised the tailgating fees to $400. Now, granted, it probably was past time uh, for them to raise, but damn, going from $100 and something to $400, that's ludicrous. That's ludicrous. And then you have some obnoxious, arrogant sons of anyway saying that, well, they complain about everything. Damn right, we complain. We do complain. And what's your point? Yes, we do complain. Those tailgaters have been out there for shoot. There's a tradition. Do you not know that there those who tailgate are professionals? Let me tell you that those who tailgate are professionals. They have been tailgating since was it Jesus was a baby. Let me tell you that they have been tailgating for years, and they have been tailgating at the same spots for years. So it was never underestimated that we knew exactly where the Banks were going to be. We knew where the Waltons were going to be. We knew where the Hillmans were going. We knew where everybody was going to be. We knew where we were going to go. We knew where we were going to be fed. We knew where we were going to get drinks. We knew from past experiences where everybody was going to be, because it's the classic. The Magic City Classic is a reunion beyond reunions. Yes, we have the football teams playing, but 9 times out of 10, the only reason we go to the games is basically because of the band. I'm being serious. That's why we go. We go for the band. Yes, there's some that goes for the football team. Yes. But we go for the band. We want to know who is going to win the band tournament, the band challenge. So I mean, if you have never attended an HBCU classic, you ain't been nowhere. An HBC classic will outshine, outdo, outperform any white ass institution. Any of it. You cannot come, baby, please. If you've never attended a tailgate, and 9 times out of 10, there's more individuals outside. And see, that's the problem that they're having, because there's not that many people that are going into the stadium. They're staying out, and that's a problem that some of them have. So you have all these individuals having their hands in Alabama State and Alabama A&M's pockets, and Alabama State and Alabama A&M's isn't receiving what is properly theirs. So the question comes up: does Alabama A&M, Alabama State remain where they are and suffer and be treated like second class whatever, or do they finally get the gumption, the tenacity, the arrogance, whatever you want to call it, to finally say that, well, shit, fuck this, enough is enough, we're going to pull out? Now, I know there's a lot of naysayers that, well, the college, the universities don't have the space or the listen, and lies. Them are lies. State and A&M both have the opportunity of making a lot of money that would totally go to the schools. We cut out the middleman, and the university starts doing for themselves. And you have qualified individuals in the School of Business, in the institution, that can come up with a formula and how to maintain. Now, granted, the first 2 years, maybe the first 3 years are going to be trial and errors. And that's how it always is. When you start something new, you just jump in it, and you know exactly that this is where everything's going to be. And then once you have partnered with the city of Montgomery and the city of Normal, Alabama, yes, Alabama A&M is not in Huntsville. Alabama A&M is in Normal, Alabama. So for those of you don't get it twisted, Alabama A&M is in Normal, Alabama. Normal, Normal, Alabama, not Huntsville. So you incorporate the cities in with the planning. And once you have initiated the planning with all entities, all stewards, then you are going to find that the partnership is going to blossom. And it's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for the schools, and it's a win-win for the businesses. And it's most importantly of all, it's an investment, and it's important to the schools. The money, the revenue that can be generated from each school being the host. Do you not understand the scholarships that can be created? Do you not understand the what is it, the trust funds that can be created, the endowments? Do you not understand that we have, listen, I'm a proud alumni of Alabama State University. Proud. Have my bachelor's and my master's from Alabama State University. And yes, I have my degrees, the other degrees from everybody else. But when it comes to state, I will never, ever have another school on the as a tag, only but Alabama State University. So, coming from an alumni opinion, it is in the best interest of state and A&M to get the courage up and tell Gene, tell the sports council, whatever, fuck you, fuck Birmingham, and let's move. I think since the contract is 4 years, you already obligated. So that gives the schools, that gives the cities 4 years to come up with a plan. Come up with a plan, mapping out exactly where everyone is going to be. And yes, I know, and I know that when it comes to the tailgating, I know that there are going to be a lot. There are a lot of traditions. There are a lot of. I mean, you have memories, but the improvement should not be on the schools. To improve the stadium should not be on the schools. Should not be on the schools. That's the city's problem. That's not the school's problem. That's not the school's problem. That's the city's problem. And the city should have taken care of that when they built that little tinker tonker damn foolish ass stadium down there downtown in Uptown. So, again, the black folks allow the white folks to swindle them out of money. So instead of building the dome stadium that we should have, you wanted that little damn tinker tonker stadium where you didn't even have enough of seats for anybody. And all it is for them damn washed or white Anglo-Saxon Protestant men over 50 who don't know about shit. So it's time. It's time for state and A&M to finally say that enough is enough. We're going to move. Yes, I know there are going to be individuals who are going to be disappointed. There are going to be a lot of individuals who are going to be mad and say, no, it can't be. It can't be. Yes, we understand this. But sometimes you have to let go. You just have to say, fuck it. We tried. We appreciate what you've done. But it's time for us to do for ourselves. It's time. It's past time. Now, the question is, do the trustees of the colleges of Alabama State, Alabama A&M, do they have the courage to do it? Well, let me see. Donald Watkins has also written an article. It's a route. Alabama A&M University will not pursue collection of its $527,280 billion 280,064 debt from the state of Alabama. Now, why is this not pulling up? So, alumni of Alabama A&M. Yesterday, I confirmed that Alabama A&M University would not pursue the collection of its 527,280 was five. How you can read? Lord help me. 527,280.64 debt from the state of Alabama. Public notice of this debt was provided to Alabama Governor Ivey in a September 18, 2023 letter from the U.S. Department of Education and Agriculture. 527,280,064. When Alabama A&M President Daniel K. Wims learned of this letter, he promptly notified the governor's office that his university would not take no action to collect this debt. Publicly, neither Wims nor his board of trustees has said anything about the money. Privately, they are running from Alabama's and A&M's entitlement to this money. Governor Ivey and her staff were stunned by the news that Alabama A&M would not be suing the collection of this debt. They never thought Alabama A&M would surrender its entitlement without a fight. Ivey and her staff waited 10 days before she responded to the September 18, 2023 letter evidencing the debt. They honestly thought Alabama A&M Board of Trustees might feel a fidelity duty to pursue and collect the money on behalf. As it turned out, the Board of Trustees was only interested in pleasing Governor Ivey. After all, Ivey is a statutory president of Alabama A&M Board of Trustees. She's also the state official who appoints and reappoints trustees. To governor's surprise, no black state legislator, no black candidate running for Congress, and no black elected or appointed official in the state has uttered a public word about the money. All these officials have avoided this subject like it was a plague. Inside the state capitol and legislature, the collective silence of the black public officials on the subject of this debt is seen as a testament to the sway that Governor Ivey holds over Alabama A&M and black public officials. Ivey's dominion and control over this cadre of black Alabamians is unlike anything white public officials have seen in the state since the days of slavery. In lieu of pursuing the collection, President Wims, his allies on the Board of Trustees, and university attorneys have spent countless hours trying to figure out who is leaking information to my news team about the unprecedented display of cowardice. They also unleashed a couple of paid hustlers in an unsuccessful campaign to attack my name and character on social media. Finally, they threatened me with a cease and desist letter, which I ignored. President Wims privately acknowledged that Alabama A&M is on the debt. However, Wims has told his supporters that going after money would somehow hurt the university. The stunning displays of cowardice by President Wims and his board of trustees has suppressed anything my confidential news source has ever seen in a state legislature. My sources simply could not believe that a deserving HBCU in Alabama will lay down on this legal claim without a fight. In the HWCU world, there would be a battle royal over the collection of the debt. Alabama A&M's last two staggering financial opportunities in 23. From September to December 31st of 2023, Alabama A&M lost two staggering financial opportunities. First, Alabama A&M executed a new 4-year Magic City Classic deal in October that allowed the event's promoters and marketeers to gorge millions of dollars in economic value from the event. The main promoter, Gene Hallman of Evictive Sports, promptly sold his company to Arizona-based Tron for the new contract was signed. Alabama State is being gorged under the new agreement as well. Second, Alabama A&M has convinced itself that the university is better off begging prospective donors for financial contributions and collecting unpaid student debt rather than pursuing the debt from the state. Unlike Alabama A&M, Alabama State never received a letter from the U.S. Departments of Education and Agriculture stating that it owed money from the state. Only Alabama A&M held the legal rights to pursue the debt from the state of Alabama. For the record, the primary news source for my articles on Alabama A&M failure to collect the debt are publicly available documents and individuals within state government who are in a position to know what's going on with the situation. Among the news sources in Montgomery, a total and complete lack of respect for Alabama A&M's weak and compromised president and board of trustees kept the insider information flowing to the news team. It's a rout for Alabama A&M. The institution would not collect a dime as a result of its efforts. So we have another opportunity. You have 4 years. Alabama State, Alabama A&M has 4 years of deciding whether to stay in Birmingham or to move. Personally speaking, from an alumni opinion, it is to the best interest of both schools to move and to handle the affairs themselves. It's time. It's past time. It's past time. So that gives 4 years for the schools and the schools and the cities to come together with a blueprint. And after the 4 years, the contract should not be renewed. Bite the bullet, but also have some way for those individuals who have been tailgating forever to have an opportunity to take their tailgating to Montgomery and or to Alabama A&M. It can be done. It can be done. You have competent, dedicated professors in both schools that can come together and from a financial viewpoint come up with exactly what's what. And it's to the benefit, and it's to the benefit, and it's to the benefit of both schools. Both schools. But please, 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 DonaldWatkins.com. 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 Fantastic. It is a minute reading. A minute reading. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Donald for what he's done. And if allegedly, and I'll use that term loosely, allegedly, if an individual had kept his little greedy hands out of the situation, Donald had an agreement with Ted Turner to build the stadium at State. Everything was on go. The only thing that Ted Turner wanted from State was just to be able to advertise. That's all Ted wanted. The university would be bigger, would be pretty much in the same range as what Alabama A&M has. The stadium would be built across Forest Avenue, and it was going to be a nice. Now, there's nothing wrong with the stadium that we have. I'm not saying that it's not. We are appreciative. We are proud of our stadium. Donald had it already in the works that the stadium was going to be funded by Ted Turner, along with other investors, and the stadium was going to be bigger than what it was or what it is, and it was to cover from where the location it is now across Forest Avenue. It was to encompass all those doctor offices, and I think there's a CVS, so it was supposed to cover that. But because of a greedy son of a bitch putting his 2 cents and all into it, Donald decided not to pursue it because this individual was just being a nuisance. So it's, we can debate this forever. We can continue doing business as usual, as normal, and we can continue being fucked without any type of lubrication. because it's the same way when it came to the World Games here. There was some shady stuff going on, and again, the same individuals had their hands in the pool, and of course, being the greedy ass sons of bitches that they are, they got the benefit. The city did not get the benefit. And then you had incompetence. And I use that term loosely because the city had never hosted a huge event as what the World Games was. And so it was a learning experience. Uh, this question still comes up: what happened to the money that was funded to build the shelters for the homeless? And what happened to the materials that were stolen? See, no one wants to talk about that. And I think an audit should be done to find out, or an investigation should be done to find out exactly where did the money go that was supposed to be used for building the shelters for the homeless, and what has become of the materials that were stolen. So because of all of that, and we've known, the alumni especially have known of the prominence of the money making of the financing of Birmingham during the Magic City Classic. But yet the universities did not receive what was properly theirs. They received just scraps, and they should have received more. So it's time. It's time for state. It's time for A&M to move. It's time for state and A&M to put on the big boys' pants and show exactly what the universities can do. And again, if you are transparent and you get both cities involved in the planning process, and you start mapping out exactly, because you can use Birmingham as an example. So you have all these tailgaters. Okay, where are you going to put these tailgaters? Because they're coming. They're coming. So where are you going to put these tailgaters that is relevant to where the stadium is? Because you cannot put the tailgaters a mile away from the stadium. That is not acceptable. That is not acceptable. So you're going to have to come up with a place where the tailgaters can come and feel comfortable and have the facilities that is required. We don't need those little potty things and all. We don't, So this is a time you have 4 years to come together and to come in with a partnership and to see what grants are out there that will allow both universities to build the venues for these tailgaters. That means providing accessibility to the restrooms, accessibilities to whatever. Because people are not going inside the stadium, not here in Birmingham. They're not coming. So the tailgaters have to be looked at. The tailgaters have to be looked at, and they have to be taken care of because they're coming. They're coming. This is a tradition. So yes, they're going to be mad, and rightfully so. If you've been tailgating at the same spot for over 20 something years, over 50 something years, yes, I will be upset too. I'll be highly upset. What the hell are you doing? Once the tailgaters see the accommodations, once the tailgaters understand that this is what the universities, this is what the city is doing for you, you lessen the pain. You lessen the pain. And the activities, the events that you have surrounding the Magic City for the entire week You use that as an example for Montgomery and also Huntsville. And don't get confused. But I thought he said that Alabama A&M was in Normal. Yes, Alabama A&M is in Normal, Alabama, but it's just a spit or a hop from Huntsville. You don't even know when you leave Huntsville to go in, and you're in Normal, Alabama. So you can have accessibilities for these tailgaters. You can have the events. You can have the all this breakfasts and all in Montgomery. Now, of course, it's going to upset a lot of Birmingham teachers because most of us graduated either from Alabama State or Alabama A&M, and yes, for some reason we always I don't know what it is, but we get sick during the week, and I mean it's painful. I mean it is really hard, and so I mean you just have to experience it. So the teachers, you can take your ass down to Montgomery or over, up to Huntsville. You have friends and relatives that live in Huntsville and Montgomery, so it's not going to hurt you. Plus, two, you need to get your ass out of Birmingham anyway. So, yes, it's going to upset a lot of people. Granted, and they have every right to be upset. Every right to be upset. And you cannot just ignore that. Yes, there are going to be people who can be highly upset and highly mad and probably decide that, well, shit, if you're going to Montgomery or Huntsville, I'm not going. Then they're not telling the truth. They're not telling the truth because most of the tailgaters know exactly who's beside them or who's around them. They're going to get together as a group. They're going to decide, well, are you going? You know, this is what Montgomery is offering for the tailgaters. This is what A&M is offering for the tailgaters. What you're going to do? Now we can go down there for 1 year. We can experience exactly for 1 year. It's not going to hurt because I mean we're going to so. But if the universities partnered with the cities, or even partnered with the county, and that's if the cities and the county and the schools come together as one unit, as one body. Now, eventually, all of them are going to have to come together as one group. And they're going to have to decide and do all the logistics that they have to do. And they know how to do that. Nobody, only the trustees, the president, the city, the county, they know what they're doing, we hope. And we hope that the universities will keep in mind that you technically working for the alumni, even though the alumni don't give money back to the school, but that's another subject. We will carry on. So it can be done. And yes, there are going to be mistakes the first 2 years, granted. Probably some big time bloopers, granted. But it's a learning experience. Second year is going to be better. Third year is going to be better. Fifth year, oh shoot, we got it down packed. Everybody's excited. Montgomery's ready. Huntsville is ready. Normal Alabama's ready. Everybody's ready. They know exactly what the assignment is, and they're going to kick it out of the box. I mean, shoot, you got the best school of business in Alabama. Dr. Percy Vine, School of Business. You can't get any better. Please. So utilize those individuals. Utilize them. Put them in positions. Because it can be done. It can be done. And it's time. It's past time. The old lady, Legion Field, she's tired. She's tired. And yes, if the city does not step in and try to receive some type of grants to improve it, it is what it is. But it cannot be the sole responsibility of Alabama State nor of Alabama A&M to take on the responsibility or to shoulder the responsibility of making improvements to the outside as well as the inside. That is the park and recreation center's responsibility, as well as the city. And for you to raise the funds up to $400, you stupid, you smoking crack. It can be done. It can be done. Now, whether or not the trustees have the gun, the alumni of A&M, you need to talk to your president and you need to talk to your board of trustees. Why did you not accept the money? Now, keep in mind that what happened at Tennessee State University, I don't see it happening here because, if you remember, Tennessee State University Board of Trustees were eliminated. They were fired. They were replaced. And there's a suspect that the reason why was because Tennessee State University demanded the money, demanded the debt. But it won't happen here because no. Them white legislatures they don't want to handle that hornet. They don't. But Alabama alumni of Alabama A&M, y'all need to find out exactly what the hell is wrong with your board of trustees and your president, and you need to ask them hard questions. Alumni associations, you need to get together and get in touch with national and find out exactly what is happening up at Alabama State A&M, because it's past time. It's past time. So it is what it is. So if I've upset folks, good. I've done my job. But again, fanatically, it's time for Alabama State University and Alabama State A&M to take responsibility for the Magic Classic. And it doesn't have to be the Magic City. It can be the Magic Classic. And then it can, you know what you're doing. I got faith in you. Much faith as I can. So it is what it is. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope that I've given you something to think about. Y'all take care of yourselves. It's hump day. Be safe. Make sure that you've contacted those individuals that are dear to you to let them know that you're thinking about them. Know your value. Know your worth. Know that you can do anything that you want to do. And most importantly, I love you more than I love my luggage. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.